Welcome Dishes presents the best-selling peach crumble made from scratch. Trust me, everyone will ask for more because when you host, you can't run out. In this video, you will learn 4 things. 1, how to get the perfect crumble layers. 2, how to make the delicious filling. 3, how to make the bowl-licking icing. And 4, how peach crumble can be served in 3 ways. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and notification bell. Now let's make this peach crumble from scratch. All you need is butter, flour, salt, baking powder, cinnamon, and of course sugar. You could use white sugar or brown sugar. Some people use a mix of both, but in this recipe, I only use white sugar. Now I started with my butter in a cake mixer. I really just wanted the cake mixer to help with crumbling up the butter and all of the ingredients together. I could have used my hand, I could have used a spatula. I pretty much could have used a pastry cutter as well, but that's not what I chose. I used a cake mixer. It's available and it's easy to push buttons. So I let this run on low and I'm adding each ingredient little by little. Eventually I started to see the butter get stuck to the side. So I took my spatula and I just started pushing it to the center and let that cake mixer do this thing. So it's crumbling up this mixture for me. I'm actually using 3 cups of flour. So to get that crumble like I wanted to, it would be a lot of work on my hands. So I decided to just put it in a cake mixer. So I do go in with in my hands, I have a half stick of butter that I've mushed and I'm adding it on top of what's in the cake mixer. And I'm just molding this texture to the crumble that I actually want it to be. So once I get it to the crumble that I want it to be, I take 1 cup measuring cup and scoop it and take it over to my baking dish. So in this dish, I'm just putting this mixture there and I'm gonna go ahead and start mashing it down. I'm gonna use my hand, I'm gonna use the cup, I'm gonna use all the strength that I have to get it to mash down flat. So once you get everything in there, mash down flat, and be sure to only use half of your crumble because you need the other half to make the crumble on top. So as I mash this down and I get it all flat and even, I'm just gonna put it to the side and start working on my filling. So for my filling, I have my peaches, my cinnamon. I do put a little bit of sugar in there. And then I have like a lemon, a fresh squeezed lemon, maybe like 1 tablespoon. And it's not gonna overcome the taste of the peach and the sugar. All it's gonna do is make that taste pop. Then I add my cornstarch. The cornstarch is just a thickening. So I use that to mold in the juices from the peaches so I can get it thick enough and it's make like a slurry that'll go inside of it. I'm not making a cobbler, so I don't need a lot of slurry, but whatever's on top of my peaches, I just wanted to have like a thick texture to it. So I'm gonna lay these peaches down. Don't worry about how many peaches you have. You don't have enough. You just spread it around the pan, and then you take your crumble and then you pour it on top. Now you do want to even your peaches out as much as you can, so make sure you have enough for the dish size that you are making. Now as it was baking, I started on the icing. So the icing is just heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, and vanilla. So I add each ingredient little by little. I start with maybe a tablespoon of each, and then I start to whisk it up. Make sure it gets that thickness that I wanted. So the thickness of my icing, I want it to be as thick as if I'm using a spoon. It just drips off. And that's it. You know, it baked for 45 to 50 minutes and it got these wonderful pictures. One way I served it was with the icing. I served it with nothing on top, and then I served it with a dollop of ice cream, or you can use Cool Whip. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.